Do not buy these 20 different crypto coins. Forbes just published a list of 20 different blockchains, just trashing them, basically calling them zombie coins and all the rest of it. They say these 20 blockchains command a total market value of more than $100 billion, despite the fact that they are unproven and have little utility other than for speculative crypto trading. Most have treasuries brimming with millions, but they answer to neither shareholders nor regulators. Whoa, Forbes, chill out. Chill out. Now, I want to go through this list of 20 coins with you, give my hot takes on all of these coins as we go through. And let's just start off with the juice, XRP. They say it's payments platforms that has yet to challenge Swift, now threatened by stablecoins. And I would agree. Look, XRP has been around for a long time. If one day XRP really does take off and starts processing like tens of trillions of dollars annually in volume, then yeah, very exciting. And they will start, the burn mechanism will actually do something relevant at that point. But the Ripple company still owns a gargantuan sum of XRP that they'll probably sell directly to all these banks and stuff like that. So the use case when XRP came out was super solid, and it was actually a great use case. Now in 2024, I don't feel that use case is very strong anymore. Stablecoins are indeed a big threat. Things like Chainlink CCIP are a big threat. BRICS bringing out their own stablecoin and blockchain payments and stuff like that, which is all planned and being in the works. XRP needs to step the game up. Okay, next one, Cardano. Ethereum competitor launched in 2017 by crypto pioneer with cult-like following. That's Forbes comments. I think if you're a Cardano holder, how are you not a bit disappointed in the progress? I'm just being honest. Again, all the coins we're mentioning here, I don't care what you guys make money on, guys. I want you to make money. I want your coins to go to the moon if you get rich and sail off into the sunset in the Caribbean with the wife and the kids on the yacht. Okay, I want that life for you. We're just being real. I'm giving my hot takes here. Cardano's been around since 2017. And right now, the daily transactions, total value locked, total number of developers, total number of apps built, all that kind of stuff, Solana dwarfs that. Okay? And Solana only came into the market 4 years ago. Think about that. It had so much more progress, so much faster. Avalanche, same story. All these Ethereum layer 2s coming out. Arbitrum, look, so much more is happening on Arbitrum than on Cardano. I mean, how is a Cardano holder, and I made a lot of money off Cardano, big fan, by the way. Thanks, Charles. I appreciate the gains. But how are you not a bit disappointed? Cardano's got to step up this cycle. Absolutely, man. Next, Bitcoin Cash. Forbes comments, born in 2017 after a holy war over Bitcoin's primary function. Look, Bitcoin Cash, when it came out, I said, you know what? Fine. Do the Bitcoin Cash thing. It's all good. If you guys think that's going to be the future of Bitcoin and all that stuff, fantastic. Never bought Bitcoin Cash. Didn't really care for it very much. But hey, I got it, okay? It was, I think, an endeavor that made sense. That being said, I wouldn't buy Bitcoin Cash. Why would I buy Bitcoin Cash? For what possible purpose would I go out and buy Bitcoin Cash? There's Bitcoin, and then there's all the knockoffs. Okay? Want a Coca-Cola? I'm not going to go and buy, I don't know, Walmart brand cola or whatever you might want to say as a knockoff brand for Bitcoin might be as a comparison. So Bitcoin Cash doesn't really float my boat. Litecoin, number 4, they say Bitcoin spinoff is faster and cheaper, fewer developers, but used for purchases. That's Forbes comments. Litecoin, again, one of those coins back in the day made sense. Back when payments was like the ultimate use case and there weren't any stable coins really around in the market at all. Yeah, this made sense. Litecoin came out. It's cheaper to use than Bitcoin, faster than Bitcoin. This whole narrative, oh, it's the silver to Bitcoin's gold, whatever. It's all BS. Litecoin, who cares? And it's probably going to do okay enough. Maybe it even gets an ETF one day, which could do okay. That would be cool. Great. ETF for Litecoin. It's non-controversial. It's a commodity coin. It's, honest money. It's got stuff going for it. Okay. I like to make fun of Litecoin sometimes, but it does have things going for it. It's not all bad, right? I just don't really see a strong use case for it, given the fact you can send stable coins over, well, Telegram for free now. 900 million users. Come on. Solana, Tron, Ethereum layer 2s. Where is the use case? The strong use case for Litecoin these days? I just don't see it. Not saying it won't go up in this cycle, because it will, because everything will go up, but doesn't really float my boat. Internet computer, next one. Forbes comments created in 2021 to disrupt Amazon Web Services and Google Cloud, minimal usage. ICP, they did do some pretty cool stuff with on-chain AI recently, and that was cool. I like that. That's neat. I like it. Let's see if they can actually try and snowball that into something. And now I think we're starting to get into some of the coins on the Forbes list that maybe are even more controversial inclusions. And I look, internet computer has been absolutely savaged. The price has been savaged from where it came out to where it is right now. Okay, so let's keep that in mind. But potential moving forward, can they still do something? Can they flourish? I mean, they've got a lot of great use cases. People are excited enough about ICP and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, maybe they've got a good future ahead of them, right? Very competitive blockchain space, all that kind of stuff as usual, right? But I feel like it's such a new protocol that it's got potential moving forward. Next, Ethereum Classic, Forbes comments, original Ethereum chain supported by purists. Ethereum Classic is total garbage. Nobody uses it. Nobody cares about it. Miners mine and dump it, but that's like not like a thriving, flourishing ecosystem. It's just like, yeah, miners mine it because they know that they can dump it on somebody for money. That's it. Nobody uses Ethereum Classic. I know there's the one dude in the comments, but I use Ethereum Classic, dude. Who are you? What are you doing? What are you doing? There's like almost nothing built on Ethereum Classic, almost nothing you can do. What is the point? Nobody cares. How is it even still in the top 100 cryptocurrencies, let alone even mentioned anywhere ever? Next, Stellar, founded by Ripple co-creator Jed McCaleb and competes with XRP, has large treasury. I'd say Stellar competes with not just XRP, but also with Ethereum. But that being said, Stellar, man, nobody talks about Stellar anymore. Back in 2017, we talked about Stellar a lot, right? It was the big competitor to XRP and all that kind of stuff, and with more utility. And stuff started being built on Stellar in like late 2017, early 2018. There were some projects actually launching on Stellar. There still is a few projects launch on Stellar from time to time, but it's super nerdy. The team is really sort of reserved and reclusive. They don't really talk. They don't really do marketing. I guess they just do B2B reach out or whatever. I don't know. It's not really a coin that gets me excited in any kind of real way. Tokenomics are terrible for Stellar. Huge quantities again in the hands of the foundation and all that kind of stuff. And I don't know. Stellar just feels like an old coin that doesn't get me very excited. And maybe they come out and they're curing puppy sadness tomorrow, but I don't care about Stellar. Next up is Stacks, Bitcoin compatible blockchain, supports DeFi, benefiting from Bitcoin's surge and imminent upgrade. Stacks, I feel like, is a relatively controversial addition to this list because, again, you have to think about not where we are, but where we're going. And that's why I'm quite harsh on like these payment coins, right? Because, man, payments, man, we got payments all over the place in crypto. Come on. But something like Stacks, Bitcoin DeFi is just starting to take off. If we're on like an exponential adoption curve, we're like way down here and it's about to go up here. So maybe Stacks is very well positioned for that takeoff in terms of Bitcoin DeFi getting exciting for people and all that kind of stuff. So maybe that's something that's got some potential here. Again, look at where it is today to where it could go. Next is KASPA. I don't know super much about KASPA. We're doing a video on this pretty soon. But it says Forbes comments, payment system like Bitcoin with little discernible use. And it's all about use, isn't it? If people, it doesn't matter how cool technically you think your cryptocurrency is, but like, hey, the founder did this, or the technology is this, or blah, blah, blah. Who's using it? Show me the money, Lebowski. That's all that really matters. Are people using it? Is it getting adopted? What kind of adoption is it getting? Does anyone outside of your niche bubble care about it? That's the real question. And that will need to be answered for KASPA moving forward. I know it's created a lot of hype and attention. I don't have a great opinion on it right now, as I don't know enough about it, but I'm just a general comment on altcoins more broadly. Next up is THETA. Forbes says decentralized video streaming network with few users. Now, what's interesting with THETA is that THETA, whatever, however it's pronounced. What's interesting with this is that they've been around for a while. They've put in the work. They've got AI now that they're adding on, and they have these partnerships with like Sony and Samsung, and they have all these crazy patents and stuff like this that could really see them take off. So it can take a while for the right market fit to develop. I'm saying, THETA's had a great idea the whole time, but maybe now we're starting to see enough mainstream adoption of cryptocurrency technology where they actually take off because the market's finally ready for what they have to offer. So this is, again, one of those ones where I see where it is now to where it could go. being high potential. So maybe it's a bit tough for Forbes to be kicking THETA in the nuts right now when they have a lot of potential moving forward. Next up is FANTOM. Forbes says Ethereum competitor runs several different decentralized exchanges to trade tokens, upgrade coming. FANTOM, it's an interesting one. By the way, I own some of the cryptocurrencies we're talking about. I own FANTOM, for example. Not many of the ones that were actually on this list, but I do own some FANTOM. I think that FANTOM's got great potential. You can see my full disclosures in the description of the pinned comment on X. Anyway, FANTOM. There's Sonic upgrades coming. Andre Krohn is responsible for a lot of major innovations in the cryptocurrency DeFi space. So will the Sonic upgrade be the game changer? Do they have enough big things in store to make a difference? I mean, layer one blockchain competition is wildly competitive at the moment. But I feel like FANTOM, out of many of the ones that I looked at, does have good potential for that reason, right? I think they do have the mind share and the excitement and of the community and stuff like that they could take off. But it's a tough slog. It's a tough slog because you got to get those users enticed on chain. Right now, you got to compete with Base and Solana and Arbitrum and ZK Sync and Linea and Sui and Aptos and Avalanche and everybody else. Only so much money in the crypto space. But I do have a speculative bet on that. It was an OTC deal, so it's not technically my portfolio yet. It'll get released a bit later on, but I think it does have great potential once that narrative starts kicking in. Okay, next one, MONERO. I mean, MONERO, I think, is super controversial. They say privacy-centric Bitcoin spinoff. That's Forbes comments. I think it's super controversial to have this on this list because, dude, it's MONERO. It's nothing like anything else on this list at all. There is money, payments, whatever in crypto, and then there's MONERO. MONERO's, if you start to dive into the tech of MONERO, it is so crazy. It's so good. If you're looking for actual private money, it's MONERO. It's in a category of its own completely. And to even be included on this list makes you even question what the heck Forbes is doing, putting stuff like that on this list. It's MONERO, man. If you don't understand MONERO, then I guess you will put it on this list. Anyway, whatever. Moving on, ARWEAVE, the Forbes comments, blockchain for storing immutable data with minuscule usage. Again, usage, really, where's the money, right? Is it making money? Can it make money? ARWEAVE's been around for quite a while in the market. And I think really now, again, the demand for the product from the markets finally starting to happen. Can that be then snowballed into massive success for token holders? Time will tell. Next up is ALGORAND. ALGORAND, Forbes says Ethereum competitor launched in 2019 still sees itself in the Uber mode, focusing on growth over revenue. ALGORAND, man, I just do not think about ALGORAND very much. And I feel like a lot of the market doesn't necessarily do that either. I'm not really hearing many people talking about ALGORAND. I'm not really hearing many people build on ALGORAND. And, you know, no shade, but man, it's a tough space out there in the layer one blockchain ecosystem. And I feel like ALGORAND's not getting that kind of love from the market. Maybe it will at some point. But right now, it feels kind of a bit maybe institutional focused or a bit focused on like, you know, the suits. Let's say maybe that's my just perception of it. And you guys can, of course, as with any of these, I'm sure everyone's already furiously writing down in the comment section, but feel free to correct me on any of this stuff and share your opinions respectfully, of course. Next up is Flow. Forbes says known as host of MBI Top Shots, but activity dwindled as NFTs swooned, has ultra fee strategy. Now, this is an interesting one because Flow, I don't know huge amounts about Flow. I'll just say generally, anything related to NFTs, you're kicking it in the balls while it's down. NFTs aren't popular right now. NFTs, I think, are awesome tech. I think they're the ownership layer of the internet. Super interesting, super valuable technology, powerful technology even. And you might forget about that when you're just playing around with, a profile picture or try and get the next NFT mint to flip it for more than I bought it for. Okay, sure. But then you start to realize about all the stuff that can be built on NFTs and all the potential for NFT tech. And I know, okay, Flow, they're focusing on like NFT sports cards, essentially, stuff like that. Great, cool, fun, big use case, absolutely massive. So maybe that's something I think has got a good amount of potential and is an interesting one to put on this sort of good for nothing blockchain list that Forbes put out here. Next up is Multiverse X, EGLD. Forbes says Ethereum challenger built to power metaverse gaming development, but used mostly for token trading. So EGLD, I actually sold my EGLD bags recently. I think I just wasn't loving everything that was currently built there. And not to say it won't do well. Part of it was also just to try and keep my portfolio somewhat a bit leaner. It just gets too crazy. You look at the money I took out of that and put into something else, relatively, something in a similar market cap range with similar potential or better potential, I think, so there's that. But right now, just not that much built on Multiverse X. And I'm sure that the team is working on stuff. I know they have a big year ahead with lots of different updates coming. So maybe they do have that chance to prove themselves. We shall see. Again, layer one blockchain space, wildly competitive. Can you get the developers? Can you get the builders? Can you get the users? Can you get the money? It's tough. It's tough. And the cream is definitely rising to the top, and everybody else really struggles. And it only takes one big app to really make your chain kick off. But I think Multiverse X hasn't found its feet in that regard yet. It can, but it hasn't yet. Next one, Bitcoin SV. Forbes says Bitcoin spinoffs of called Satoshi Vision, championed by Nakamoto pretender Craig Wright. Bitcoin Satoshi Vision is a burning dumpster fire of bullshit. I don't know if there's any other way to put it. Who's buying Bitcoin SV? What do you got? I know there's one guy in the comment section who's like, dude, Craig writes Satoshi, Bitcoin SV's the real deal. It's the big thing. But man, what are you doing? What are you doing? Bitcoin, Craig's not Satoshi. Bitcoin SV's a pile of crap. Why would anybody buy this? Why has anybody bought? Why even trade? There's so many better things to even just trade, even just from just a pure, like, I don't care what I trade. Like, no, don't trade that. How about that? Not financial advice. Next up, MINA, data light, privacy protecting blockchain with low transaction fees. I hear nobody talking about this. I don't know very much about it. I hear almost no one talking about it. Don't have any real opinion on it. I guess that says in itself, nobody really talks about MINA these days. I don't know what's built on MINA. I'm sure there's something over there that people can do, but I have no idea. I'm not seeing any of the decks that I get sent on a weekly basis. No one's building on MINA. Everyone's building on Solana and Base and Ethereum main chain and Bitcoin and stuff like that. Nobody's building on MINA. Nobody's talking about MINA. What's it even do? Besides, of course, the data light protecting low transaction fees, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, everyone's got low transaction fees, man. Nobody cares anymore. That was a compelling value proposition 7 years ago, 10 years ago. In 2024, everyone's got low transaction fees, man. Arbitrum, Linea, ZK Sync, Scroll, Solana, and on only, except, like Ethereum and Bitcoin still kind of suck balls when it comes to transaction fees, but they're the old grandpa coins. So what are you going to do? Next, TEZOS, little used blockchain with massive treasury reserve. That is, yeah, man, it's so wild. TEZOS, 2017 coin, right? Big, wild hype. Like, yeah, TEZOS, man, it's going to change everything. And then just not that much really happens over on TEZOS. And I know, guys, I know there's like NFTs and there's some apps and stuff to use. I'm not saying nothing's happening on TEZOS. I'm just saying that nobody cares about it. Really, broader market speaking, it's got its niche community, and maybe the niche community is enough. But in terms of like people getting really excited about it, big things being built, big ideas happening over on TEZOS, I'm just not seeing it currently. That might change very quickly, and they're going to bring out something big. Again, layer one competition between blockchains is massive right now. Capital is very mercenary. And if there's something that mercenary capital wants on TEZOS, which has not eventuated itself yet, I have not seen anything over there exciting. And maybe I'm just in the wrong circles and people aren't talking about it, but I haven't really seen anything exciting happening on TEZOS personally. And finally, we have EOS. Forbes comments, raised $4 billion, and largest ICO of all time, but now crypto's poster child for irrational exuberance. So EOS, haven't kept up with it. Haven't used it in years. Back when I did use it, absolute pile of shit. Terrible blockchain to use. What a just utterly nonsensical blockchain. And here's the thing. Block One, the company behind EOS, raised $4 billion, built the blockchain, dumped it on the community, said, we're fucking out of here, man. Get fucked. Basically. And they took their $4 billion, walked away, bought like 150,000 Bitcoin or something like that, started a cryptocurrency exchange, and did a bunch of other stuff, and completely abandoned EOS, the blockchain. Wild behavior. But That's EOS. And nothing's really built on it. Nobody really uses it. I mean, I know there's like, I don't know, some games or something over there. Somebody somewhere is probably using it. I know the user experience got better over the years. I just didn't care anymore. I didn't want to go back to EOS and try it all out again and do the bullshit that I just didn't care anymore. And I think the market doesn't care anymore. Nobody talks about EOS. Nobody's building on EOS. Nobody's doing anything on EOS. Anyway, these are my hot takes. This is my opinion on all those. I think Forbes talking a lot of sense for a lot of this. Some things I think they're maybe being overly harsh on some of these blockchains that do have some pretty interesting potential moving forward. But hey, you'll let me know what you think of any of my hot takes or any of Forbes's takes down below in the comment section. Thanks for watching.